I talked with Jason Derulo and he gave me some tips for success on TikTok, plus told me about some of the foods he's been learning to make in quarantine, and of course we got into his new song Lifestyle featuring Adam Levine. Somewhere like halfway through the video made a pretty slick Star Wars reference too, so if you make it that far, comment and tell me what movie it's from. If you like our conversation, hit the subscribe button because I'm working on getting some more people in the Zoom room pretty soon. Nothing I can tell you about just yet, but some pretty exciting names. With that, let's get started.
What's up, bro?
Jason Derulo, what's going on? How are you?
Oh, man, amazing. Yourself?
I'm doing all right. Hey, thanks so much for taking a little bit of time to talk. By way of introduction, my name is Waters, and I'm coming to you from Virginia Beach. Where are you at in the world right now?
I'm in LA. I'm in my house in LA.
Very cool, very cool. Well, let's talk about that new song, Lifestyle, because it shot right out of the gate. #1 most added pop radio. We played it every 100 minutes. Did you think it was going to be that big of a response? Is that what you expected?
I hoped it was going to go well.
That makes sense.
That's the thing when you release songs, obviously you want people to feel the way that you feel about them. But it's a ever changing game that can go either way anytime. So I think the important thing is to put your head down and continue to just make more music. I sometimes can get lost within the charts and like be looking at the charts and the numbers, but that's just a slippery slope, man. You just want to kind of do you and focus on why you started this whole thing, and that's for the love of the music. So that's what I really try to do.
For sure. Let's talk about that songwriting process a little bit. Where'd the idea from Lifestyle come from? Is it based off somebody you know? Is it based off yourself? What popped into your head and made that song a reality?
Yeah, from experience, yes, because sometimes I feel like an independent woman, a woman that can do for herself, sometimes gets a little too caught up in the fact that she does everything for herself, to the point that she pushes other people away. So within this song, I'm praising her for having done that, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I think it's incredible that you can uh, live a lifestyle that you've built by yourself. I mean, I think that's incredible. But at the same time, I still can add value. It doesn't have to be a monetary value, but I can add value to your life, and that's the story I wanted to share.
Well, especially with Valentine's Day coming up, now I'm kind of curious. What is that trademark Jason Derulo value that isn't money? What do you bring to the table? I mean, I know you've got a girl who frequently stars in your TikTok videos. I was watching a bunch of those a second ago, Jenna. So the connection that you two have is very genuine. Is that what you say you'd bring to the table? It kind of adds to that lifestyle. It's just a real, genuine one-on-one. How would you describe it?
I think anything from great conversation to the sweet nothings. It's the little things that matter, right? Making your girl feel like she's a queen, making her feel beautiful by telling her those things often, and even when
Sure.
having a great day or feeling pretty on that day, you do your part to flip that whole script. It's little things like that that I feel like money can't buy those kinds of little things.
You would say maybe your love language is kind of like words of affirmation, right? It's the things that you say.
What I do to somebody else or what I want for myself?
Either, both.
What I love for myself, I like to get things.
Okay.
I like to get things. I like acts of service as well. So
Sure.
like a simple thing like making me breakfast is that's like incredible to me. Like simple things like that. Words of affirmation. I guess I'm just all inclusive. Like I need everything. I'm kind of needy.
That's all right. It seems like, to me at least, looking in from the outside, you've got a relationship that gives you everything. Is that how you feel about it?
Yeah, most definitely. And I think once you find somebody that understands you and understands your love languages, I feel like it makes things easier too. Because if you can just hit all those marks, the rest of the day is smooth. You smooth sailing.
Another thing that everybody loves is somebody who can cook. And I've been watching your TikToks and following your page. And I know that it seems like almost every time you cross a milestone, you make a meal, and some of them look really good. Is that something that you got into recently? Have you always been a chef? Tell me about you and food and making it. Where does that relationship begin?
So I just started cooking.
Wow.
but, but I'm starting to see myself like actually know things and like know my way around the kitchen a lot more. It's kind of like anything, right? You spend enough time doing it, and then you start to like really actually get good. But with that being said, it's really based on experimentational foods. So everything that I create, I just post, good or bad. Sometimes it goes really, really well, and sometimes it doesn't go quite as well. But I'm still proud of it because I made it. But it's experimentational food, taking a bunch of things that we love and trying to make them work together. And I've had some of the best desserts that I've ever had, and I've also had some of the worst.
The important thing is that you learn by trying, I guess.
Absolutely.
So I've recently been getting into TikTok. Like I've had one for a while. 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I'm like, okay, it's my time. I need to get out here because people are out here making great stuff, and I need to make great stuff too. Do you have any advice about how to make great TikToks?
So lighting is really important. So when I'm scrolling, you literally got a fraction of a second before I scroll. When I say
Mhm.
I, talking as the people, as everybody on TikTok, right? So
Sure, sure.
if I scroll past and then your lighting isn't good, my mind says that the video is not good, and I'm not going to be able to even see the content. So I'm not even trying to look at it, right? So I'm going to scroll before even giving you a shot. So lighting is really
Sure.
want to make sure that it looks good. I also try to wear bright colors as well, so that it's like kind of eye popping as well. So when I'm scrolling, it's kind of like a flash of color, like a pop of color, like, oh, I want to see what this is, And I think that's part of the reason why the Millie Meals might do so well as well, because as soon as you see, that colorful food, it's just like, what is this? Like
Yeah, yeah.
what am I about to see? So I think that is also, a little tidbit, utilizing colors, but also choosing what it is that you love doing and exploiting that. If you love gardening, if you love speaking, if you love education, whatever it is that you love, exploit that thing and go full force with it, and then study the people that are successful within that field, and then you can flourish.
Makes sense. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust my lamp over here. I
Yes,
look a little better. Am I a little brighter?
for sure. You still need
That's
more,
the start. Two more. Or sorry, go ahead.
I said you
Sorry.
still need more light than that, but that's a start. You might want to get one of these.
Yeah, I probably do want one of those. It looks like a lightsaber in your hands. It's like you're about to tell me it's over. You've got the high ground. Two more things for you, Jason, and I really appreciate the time. I wanted to get a fan question in, and a friend of mine named Amber has been a fan for a long time. She really wanted to know, during the pandemic, you kind of came out of this different self and became a brand new, born again Jason Derulo with a TikTok and Savage Love going #1 on pop radio and all over the charts. And
Mm.
is there anything about being a musician, being a creative during the pandemic that you think helped you with that? And is there anything that you think is going to permanently change in the future because of that time period that we all lived through?
I think my career will forever be changed because I found another avenue. I found another thing that I love doing, right? And I always known that I loved creating, but I didn't know that I could create like this. You know,
Sure.
on this app, I can really do anything. It's kind of opened up another part of my brain, right? And through it, I've created a comic. So I've created a character named Uzo that is now becoming a comic. Working with the editors from Marvel, an editor from Marvel, on this comic, which it couldn't be more excited about it. The whole idea started from TikTok. I'm creating a how-to book for social media and how to utilize who you are to, build a huge brand, right? Branding is really, really quite simple when you break it down. It's really similar to what I've been able to do in my music career, to what I've been able to do with social media. So I'm doing a how-to book because people ask me all the time on how to do it, like, as you did today. But there's just so many ins and outs that I thought that people would kind of just know, but people don't. So I decided to write this book. So for her question, I think that my life will forever be changed because I look at my life and my career differently because of what happened during this pandemic.
Definitely. Well, that's a really thorough, very cool answer, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the book too. That's going to be awesome. One last thing before I let you go. Normally, when we bring a artist here into the studio in Virginia Beach, which obviously I'm coming to you from my bedroom today, but normally it would be in the studio, we would talk about, everything that's going on, maybe grab some pictures together. And that's the one thing that's missing from these Zoom interviews. We can talk, but we can't get pics unless what I like to do is I like to hit some poses with the artist and then go back and screenshot those out, put them together. And it's kind of like we've got a picture together. Would you be willing to maybe hit a couple of poses? I'll just follow your lead and we could do that.
For sure.
Whatever pose you want to do. I mean, I'll match you, we can kind of do something fun. That's very nice. Thank you.
My pleasure, man. Thank you so much for the interview, my brother.
No problem. And thank you so much for the time. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the future brings for you. We're going to keep playing lifestyle over here. It's doing really well. So I think it's just onwards and upwards for you, Jason. And again, I really, really appreciate the time.
Yeah, man. My pleasure. Have a good one.
It's me again. You really didn't think I was going to make it through the whole video without doing this, did you? Jason Derulo.